Oh, hello there again, friends and family. I didn't see you come over that there left shoulder of mine. And as you can see, we're back out working on the property. It's an ever ongoing task, or at least it will be, for the entirety of the month of May. Of course, we'll do other things. Did some shopping. Took a fine ride yesterday. Well, really didn't go anywhere of all that much interest, but it was a beautiful ride, and once upon a time it was a place somewhere. Now, not so much. But yeah, I got up today, threw on the old work clothes and that, and jumped right on out here and got with it. It's about 1:30 right now, and we came to a stopping place. I didn't know y'all had drove up, but I grabbed me some Gatorade, you know, the thirst quencher, lemon lime, one of my favorite, and sat down in the old lawn chair to take a little break. Yeah, because we're at one of those there points where we need to put a little thought to it. Let me show you what we got going on, and you know, I'll tell you my thoughts and how I've been getting her done. Okay. Well, as you can see, this is a rather large top out of a tree, and it was one of the two oaks that were beside that shop. And you'd have to look back at the progress from the start to where we are now. And where we are now is May the 14th on a Saturday afternoon, with a light wind, partly cloudy sky, or partly blue and puffy clouds. But you can see right here, we got a rope, not much of a rope, but all the rope we have, tied on to the end of this tree. Of course, that was actually at one time about 5 foot up the tree. You'd have to look back at the progress. I actually cut this oak about 5 feet high from the ground, and it got hung up in all those vines, you know, the greenbrier, Virginia creeper, poison ivy, everything else. So it became a widowmaker. Well, here right before y'all showed up, I decided it's got to come down one way or another. So I went to the barn and got my trusty steed. Yeah. And you might say, well, that's a lawn tractor, Mr. Tom. A trolley built. Well, yeah, it is. But as you can clearly see, it's a pony. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't got a actual pony or horse or donkey or mule. I got a modern day pony made by the fine folks at Troy Built. 7-speed it is, 17.5 horsepower. That's way more better than my old pony was back in the day at cattle ranching with Daddy in my own place. Yeah, it was just, you know, cow pony. I had 2 of them, quarter horses they call them. Fine animals, especially if you use them for what they're used for, you know, working cattle. But I have no need for a pony that, you know, eats hay and turns it into poop, and I don't got the space for it. But I do got my modern day pony right here. So what I did was I took a little bit of cord, ain't the best, strung it out, attached it to the bottom of that oak tree right there, and I fixed it to my pony. And then we jumped on, put it in gear, and we snatched this thing right on down through those tangle of vines and other limbs from the other oak, which was right beside it. There was actually 2 small oaks there, but about 4 to 5 inches in diameter. Now, this thing was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's 10 of my strides, about 3 feet, so we're going to say 30 foot high. And one of these right here was the lower portion. In fact, it was this one right here. Was attached to that portion of the oak that we snatched out with the pony from Troy-Bilt. Now this section over here, you will see, comes from a whole nother dilemma we got. Yep, we hung up another one. Yeah, and like I say, they call these widowmakers. You can leave them here. Eventually they're going to fall out. Hopefully nobody's under them when that happens. You can see the stump there. I cut about 3 feet high. And you can see, well, 3 feet before I cut that section out. All total, it was about, just about head high. And then this, the top of it, was on top. So this one was larger tree, much taller. You know, maybe 40, 45 feet tall. And there's a whole bunch of it stuck way, 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 way up there. Yeah. So we got to get it down too. You know, without any harm coming. And now I'm thinking we'll have to hitch up the pony again. We surely will. No, I know many of you saying, well, you need a bigger tractor. Hey, 17.5 ponies. Can you imagine back in the day when the pioneers came to this country? Woo, what they could have done with 17.5 horses? Yeah. I mean, look what they did with 1 or 2, 3 or 4, if they were lucky. Most of the time they just had 2 or some oxen. Yeah. And they built a nation. Yeah, it seems like nowadays, modern times, we always need something huge and better and bigger. And we've lost the talent of making do. And hey, if I didn't have my pony over there, I'd back up the truck. I've used it to snatch before. If I couldn't get my truck running, because it has issues currently, I'd bring back the Focus. Focus ain't nothing more but, in my mind, than a 4-door suburban pickup truck. You cannot imagine what we've hauled in the Focus. Well, you can, because sometimes there's up to 5,000-6,000 of y'all in it. Can you imagine what it'll hold and stuff? Yep. And if you watched my last video, which came out on Friday evening, yeah, we'd like to get them out in the morning, but as you can see, we're out here working. And we had a stump there. Now the stump's there with my tools that we're using, laying on top of it. Yep, and that there old stump from that Chinese tallow tree, popcorn tree, was just a little bit too big for the old Black & Decker reciprocating saw. Sawzall, as some call them. So we had to get out another fine tool that we own. Yep, it ain't no steel. It ain't no one of them there Husky Barners. Yep, it ain't made by Ryobi or DeWalt. Yeah, we ain't got none of that there fancy stuff. Wish we did. What we got there is a Works 14-inch electric chainsaw that you have to plug in. Yeah. In fact, if you think about it just for a minute, the plug-ins, if you're all into the mindset that, electric is more better than gasoline, save the planet, if you're of that persuasion, climate change, which I'll admit, we do have climate change. Yep, it's always changing. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad, sometimes for the indifferent. I'm not sure I'll be alive to see how it all works out in the end. Hopefully, for the good. But anyway, like I said, it's a plug-in electric. And why is that so much better for the environment? Well, right over there is one that's got a 20-volt lithium battery. That's a fine tool. I can get me about 2.5 hours from that there little battery. And it's lightweight. Don't got to fuss with the cord. Don't got to worry about cutting it off. And I have done that a time or two. I surely have. Well, maybe a time or 3. Not paying attention. So there is that plus. But lithium is a limited resource. And it's extremely toxic. And once it starts burning, you can't put it out. As we're starting to see with all the electric car fires. Ain't nothing they can do but just let them burn. Yep. And if you go do your research and see how lithium's mined in these third world countries, it'll bring you to tears. It surely will. Oh, well, look who woke up finally. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, Spooky. Are you over here admiring our hand tools? But anyway, part of the point here of showing you these fine tools is you don't got to have the very best of everything. No. I mean, there's been times when I've had to use a handsaw. Yeah. And that ain't been all that too long ago. Right, Spooky? Yeah. I think they heard you come up. As soon as we started talking about the tools, hey, maybe we can get an endorsement from Works or Uncle Black and Decker. You never know. Work on that, Spooky. Get some communiques going out, okay? You know you will. I know you will, buddy. So there you have it. We've used the pony to snatch one down. And we'll be sectioning that up, the thicker part of it, since that is an oak. So we can use it to have some outdoor fires, you know, later in the year. Maybe do a little bit of outdoor cooking. Yeah, on cast iron. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to section up those and that other stump over there. Plus, once we snatch that other top down, we'll section it up as well. I'm thinking in 14-inch lengths, or however long that bar sticking out is. I think 14-inch. Use it as measurement. I'm not going to burn the Chinese tallow. And there's a reason I'll just address right now why I'm not. Because Spooky just reminded me. And the reason I'm not going to burn it is because every part of the Chinese tallow, roots, wood, trunk, limbs, branches, leaves, and fruits are toxic and poisonous to mammals, i.e. the kitties, doggies, people. Yep. Spooky gnawing on the camera handle. He loves y'all. Can you hear him? Can you hear him purring? You love the peoples, Spooky? Or you just showing love to Papa? Well, it's probably both. But anyway, if you're looking for some economical and cheaper alternatives to power tools in your yard, I would recommend the Works brand and Black & Decker. Now, I've had that Works now for 7 years. She's cut a many a tree and pruned a many a branch. Surely it has. And it was worth every bit of the $39.99 I gave for it in 2017. And that Black & Decker there that I bought last year, well, Spooky did. I'm sorry, Spooky. He bought for me. We get $59.99. Yep. Came with its own battery and a charger. Surely did. And I think Spooky said it was on clearance too. Right, Spook? And it's done a lot this year, as y'all been seeing. And it's going to do a lot more. My point is, you don't got to have Milwaukee, Steel, Husqvarna, Ryobi. Yeah. You don't got to have DeWalt. You know, if you can afford them. Or if you're a social media influencer, and they'll give them to you. So you'll use them and talk about them and promote them on your social media platform, i.e. YouTube, Instagram, or what have you. Well, hey, good for you. I don't get those kind of offers. Yeah, maybe one day. Who knows? I tend to be one buys what he needs when he can, and gets around it, and uses what he has if he can't. And I do think with the way things are going, that mindset is going to become more the norm than it has been in the past. Well, there you are, friends and family. As you can see, we sat back down in the lawn chair underneath shade. We're going to take a little breather for a little bit longer, ponder the situation, and then we're going to get a little longer rope, snatch, put it around that treetop, hook it to the pony, and we're going to snatch her on out of there, okay? So, hey, y'all stay out of the way so you'll be safe. Let the professionals do their work. It'll all be fine, trust me. So when we got her all hooked up in that, I'll let you see it in real time, okay? Well, as you can see, and I couldn't because I couldn't see good, our rope broke. Yep, it didn't come down. I don't know if we got it out there, it got hung up. Think we'll have to give it another shot. From a different angle, maybe. We'll give that a try, okay? Sometimes the plan don't work out, and it's really hard when it's just one person and a... Oh, spooky. Yeah. Which he's way back out of harm's way, see? Way out there. Yeah. Yep, he's way on out there. I think he knew. Rope might snap. It ain't much of a rope. More of a cord. Let's see what else we can do. Well, here we are for take two. We're going to try doubling up, getting a little closer to it. I'm not worried about it coming over on top of me because it's leaning the other way. We'll see if doubling it up and give our rope just enough strength to snatch it down. Those vines, I'm telling you, there's some tough stuff. Now hold on. Okay, and understand, if you're watching this video, no little old man and country engineers, as well as kitty crew, were harmed in the making of this video. Oh. Well, I'm sure you could see. The pony, we took off slow, and then it just started digging in. You know, it ain't got four-wheel drive. It ain't even got two-wheel drive by the looks of it. You go, oh, one of them there limited slip differentials, like a car. Yeah, whichever one can start spinning, left or right, it starts to spin. Yep, but it's almost down to the ground. I don't think I got to worry about it coming down and smacking nobody for a little while, but I ain't give up yet. Nope. You know that old saying, if there's a will, there's a way. Like my daddy said, hopefully nobody died in the doing. Yeah, my dad was a lot to talk. We did some stuff that nearly killed us from time to time. You know, I will be guilty of that too, and I'm sure I'm catching it now from a lot of you. But trust me, we're way back. It's leaned way away from us. Never no fear of anything happening except getting swatted by some cheap rope. Synthetic, I might add. Probably made in China. It's supposed to be good for 300 pounds of pull. Yep, I don't think so. Then I doubled it. Should have been 600 pounds. And I mean, it was holding up as long as I kept steady pressure on it. But when I snatched her, yeah, it gave way. I'll have to look in the shop, see if I got any stouter rope. Or, I guess I just have to get up on the shop roof, start cutting away stuff until the tree slides off on the ground. We'll just have to see. Anyway, like I said, we're not harmed. Kitty crew's not harmed. And please don't be alarmed. Well, y'all, I went into the shop, you know, the shop of dreams there, and I found me, a cargo strap. Says it's 1,000 pound pull weight. We'll see. I didn't even know I had it. It was brand new in the box. I guess I bought it years and years ago. I'll show it to you when we get this here oak tree top pulled on out. we don't ever give up. Nope, we surely don't. So let's see if we can do it now. 1,000-pound pull and 17.5 ponies. She should come down the rest of the way. We were almost there, so hang on. Well, as you can see, folks, there was never no fear of that coming down and making a widower out of Mr. Tom. Well, I don't have a wife or a girlfriend, so could have made me a widower anyway. But as you can see, those greenbrier, Virginia creeper vines, poison ivy vines, yeah, they got the top of that oak securely attached to the top of those hackberry trees. They surely do. So, if you've been typing in the comments below the video, woo, that's dangerous. You're gonna get hurt, you could die. Well, as you can see, there was a little chance of that thing coming down on top of me. Nope, and you can see how far out the tractor is. Yep, it ain't gonna come on top of nobody. Not anytime soon, unfortunately. So, what do I do now? Well, therein lies the quandary. What do I do? Yeah, well, probably back up, unhitch, strap from it, let it sit there and swing. And regroup. I really can't get to those vines from up on the shop roof. About the only alternative I would have would be to cut the top out of that there hackberry on the left. But, knowing my luck, it's all tangled up in vines with the hackberry, the much larger one, to the right of it. So I got a real dilemma here. I surely do. Well, y'all, I'm gonna unhitch from it, sit down, have some cool, refreshing lemon lime and Gatorade. and ponder my situation and see what more we can do other than just unstrap and let it be. But I'm going to leave the pony on it with some tension like it is now and just see. Maybe the vines will weaken up a little bit. Who knows? Yeah, it ain't like anybody else comes in the yard without an invitation. You know, other than you friends and family. And, you know, y'all are smart enough to stay back. Unlike me, I'm not all that bright, as you can probably see in the comment. But yeah, there was never no fear we were going to get hurt. And I can't say enough, if you're watching the video, nobody did get hurt. Yeah, well, you know, my arms got scratched all up, and you've seen all that. This is all part about getting out here and getting her done. But anyway, let me ponder on this situation. Let's all get some Gatorade or, you know, some sweet tea and water. Sit back on the shade and converse a while. Yeah, enjoy the day. It ain't stressful. It'll be what it'll be. Somehow, we'll get her done. We always do. Somehow. I'm going to have to talk to Spooky about it. Maybe Speedy's got an idea. Huh. Gracie, a little bit. Somebody. Oh, I know. Mr. Gray. He's been around over 100 years. He should know what to do. Right? You'd think. Well, we're back. Some hours later. Probably 2 or 3. And as you can see, friends and family, that oak tree that we had tied to the pony with the strap, which the strap never broke. Should have got that out in the first place. Of course, if I would have known or remembered I had it, I probably would have. Anyway, that worked fine. But no matter what, the pony wasn't going to pull that oak tree down out of all those greenbrier and Virginia creeper vines. There were literally hundreds. Nope. So I had to disconnect it from the Troy built, you know, the pony. And when I did it, you know, it was on the ground, the bottom, you know, end was. So we had to get the old works over there again. And the sawzall and start chopping it from the bottom up. Yep. As you can see, it wasn't about to fall on nobody and make nobody a widower. Well, I do got the kitty crew. Cleo, Gracie, and Lily bit, yeah, on their papa. And of course got, you know, Speedy, Spooky, you know, all the kitty crew. But I was never in no danger. Truly I wasn't. And that's something I would like to say right now. This type of work is inherently risky and dangerous anyway. Accidents happen all the time. No matter what equipment you may have. Yeah. Would it be great to have a boom truck? Oh yeah. A crane? Oh yeah. That would be nice. Oh, a 50 or 100 horsepower John Deere tractor? Kubota? Yeah. Case. I ain't picky. Yeah. Yeah, but that would have snatched it down out of there. Once upon a time I had such things. But all I had was a little pony, cargo straps, little electric chainsaw and sawzall. And I still got it done. It's gone. Yeah. Come on over. We'll take a look at the aftermath. And that. Plus, I want to show you one really important thing about that American greenbrier. Yep. And then we'll come back and have some more lemon lime Gatorade, the third thirst quencher. Yep, we've been replacing those electrolytes because we've been sweating them out. Let's go take a look at what we got and where we're at. So, as you know, this was where we started. I showed you that there first oak that we snatched down with the pony. With just that, you know, little small cordage. Yeah. It's supposed to be 300-pound rated. Not too sure. Plus, it's rather old. And, you know, these were all the limbs from the oak and the hackberry that we had to cut away. So we could snatch it down. Yep, it's like I told you. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's how we've been eating this project. Here again. There's some of the oak limbs trimmed back, as well as some of the greenbrier, different vines and stuff. You can see them right here. Yeah. And those things are strong. No doubt. They're all up through here in the top of this here first oak that we snatched down that you didn't get to see. That was where y'all showed up. You know, when we were getting ready to snatch down the second one, and all we got left of it here is about 3 feet of the stump. Before we call it a day, that'll be cut down to the ground as well. But the way we did it, we took it off the strap, we lowered it down on the ground, the one end, because we'd pulled it down far enough, it'd rest on the ground. And then we just started carving it up. First, cut away all the limbs from the trunk that I could reach. Pulled and cut down all the vines I could reach. Virginia creeper, the greenbrier, the ivy, yeah. Ooh, already got a little bit of itch from the ivy from yesterday. Not bad. Couple of bumps. Ain't gonna hurt me. And then we started cutting up the main trunk. Here's some of it over here. And this was the top section, more closer to the top. And you can see right here. See how that looks like a barber pole? That's where those vines had wrapped around it, that oak tree so tight that when it grew, they're so strong, it was strangling the tree. Look at that. Now an oak's a mighty tree. But those greenbrier vines, they ain't no joke neither. Yep. So other than pick things up, and what I mean by that is start dragging, which we'll use the pony for that. Yep, we'll put bundles together and we'll cinch them up with some cordage and we'll drag them around to the front. I had been doing it by hand, you know, for exercise, but I think I've got my exercise in for the week, so I'm going to back up the pony and do it in bundles, lashed, you know, like a skidder would in the logging industry, and just ride it around. Don't get no easier than that. Well, let me show you the last thing I had to tear down. Once I got the tree down, this was the greenbrier that was up in the top of that canopy of that oak, and that hackberry that was holding that 40-foot oak up in the air. Yeah, this right here. I mean, these vines have got the strength nearly of steel, I'm thinking. Yeah, if you've ever dealt with them, you'll know. But you can also start to see all along here, and this thing's about 30 feet long or more. See all them red berries? Yep, sort of auburn red. There's just literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more, all the way down this vine. Yeah. And I guess the birds eat them somewhat. Apparently not a whole lot. I don't know if people can eat them. I've never looked into that. But you can see right there how many more vines would have been popping up as these fell after they ripened and dried. Yep. Now I'll have to look up and see what you can do with them, other than grow vines of steel. But that was the last thing we snatched down. You can see it right there. It's still on the end of the strap of the little pony. And it took some doing. We had to snatch a couple of times to get her on down. But the pony's tired. She needs to go to the livery stable. I won't lie to you. Little old man, he's running on E for empty. Oh, and I probably look atrocious. I think it's about 85. Oh, beautiful sky though. I love those puffy clouds. Ever so light breeze, just enough to cool you down. That is if you're perspiring. That's sweating, youngins. Which I am. And the birds are soaring in the sky. They're a little quiet right at the moment. They're like the kitty crew. They don't like to hear those chainsaws, sawzalls, and all that going. And the lawnmowers. And there's still a lot of pollen in there. They say we're going to get some rain tomorrow, Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. It ain't looking like much on radar, but you never know. If we do, we do. If we don't, well, I'm not sure how much of this I'll get to the street this afternoon since it's going on 4. Yeah, I may just pick up tools, enjoy my refreshing lemon lime Gatorade, chat with y'all a while, call it a day. Maybe make me up some smoked sausages with pepper and onions. Throw that down on some hamburger buns, maybe with some relish. I got some potato salad. We can call that dinner. It ain't gonna take long. Y'all ever do that? Brown you up some your favorite sausage, smoked sausage, Cajun sausage, Italian sausage, kielbasa, Polish, what have you. Throw it in a hot dog or a hamburger bun. Now, I like to split it when I put it in hamburger buns. And then throw on some caramelized onions with some green bell pepper. Oh yeah. Maybe a dash or 2 of Tabasco if you really want to liven up your life. Yeah. Oh, you can put some mustard on it if you want to. Ketchup, mayo, whatever tickles you. Yeah, with that potato salad, hey, go with some french fries out of the freezer. I never have those, but, you know, if you do, go for it. Hey, tater tots works too. Which reminds me, it's been ages since I've had tater tots. So, y'all, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch back in this fine, comfy lawn chair that my daughter Ashley gave me. Either for my birthday or Father's Day, one of the two. And it really don't matter. Her and Davey gave it to me. It's quite fine. It's got a few years on it, but I think I'll get a few more. Lord, it's got cup holders on it where I can put my Gatorade. Fits perfect. And you know what I'm going to do? You see that nice blue sky up there? I'm going to do something I used to do as a child. All the time. Well, not all the time. Whenever I could catch a break. You know, up on the cotton wagons. The hay wagon, just on the side of a field, in the gardens, you know, wherever. You know, when Daddy wasn't looking, or Uncle John, or Grandpa, or Great-Grandpa. Stare up at that sky. You know, and on occasion you would see a cloud that looks like something, like maybe an elephant. Or like one I'm seeing right now looks like a pony. Yep. Sort of coincidental. Looks like a pony. I've been talking a lot about my pony today. Yeah, my modern day pony. Oh, well, y'all, I do hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon no matter what you're doing. Maybe you're out in your gardens, planting away, watering, or on your patios or balconies. Or maybe You're just daydreaming about what you could. Hey, get some pots, get some grow lights. Throw down in the house if you have to. It don't take but a pot or two to make you happy. It ain't about how much you grow. It's just about being happy, something to get up and look at. You know. Ooh, I see it way out there. A hawk. Might be an eagle. Yep. Now that the saws are turned off, the mower, the birds are starting to chirp again. Pretty soon the kitty crew will be back around here. Mostly to remind me it's getting close to supper time. Yep. And for an appetizer, just so happens they got some more of their Uncle Jack's chicken tenders. They don't know it yet, so don't tell them. But anyway, if you can go out and sit on your balcony, your front porch, back porch, deck, well, hey, go to the park. Or jump in the car and enjoy the sights and sounds around you, if nothing more. Until I, Spooky, Speedy, Cleo, Elrod, Magoo, and Heathcliff, as well as Gracie and Lilybit too. See y'all on the next video. Oh, did I forget Mr. Gray? God. Better not forget Mr. Gray. See y'all on the next video. Take care. Stay safe. And God bless each and every one of you as you bless others. Goodbye for now. I'm so tired. I can't even hardly talk. And I just think I'll watch the trees. I see those pecans way out there in the distance. Way up at the top. You can see them just swaying back and forth. Yep. It's a little bit windier, at 40 or 50 feet than it is right down here. But, oh yeah. A little breeze coming now. I'm loving it. Oh, it's been a day. It's been, a day every day for 2 weeks. But with every day, I feel better. I feel stronger. And I feel alive. Thank you, Father. Oh, later off. I didn't know they were still here. Spooky, why didn't you say something? Speedy. You're supposed to tell me they're all right behind me. Oh. Kitties.